Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leader in rushing, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Joined alongside Tim in Green Bay. We got a Chalk Talk Tuesday. Is that right? Man, that sounds good, don't it, Tim? We're on schedule this week. Chalk Talk Tuesday tonight, where we're going to break down the 16 most important plays from the Packers win over the Giants. Before we get into that, we're also going to hit on a little Jayden Reed tweet that went out, kind of perking some ears up. We'll hear from Matt LaFleur and what he talked about at his presser. Basically, specifically mentioning the IR window. The guys that are on IR and opening that practice window for them to potentially return to the lineup. And then we'll get into a little Jordan Love, Micah Parsons talk, leading right into Chalk Talk, as both of those players, outstanding game in New York, or Jersey, I should say, there on Sunday with that win over the Giants. Before we get into all that, if you would, do that YouTube stuff for me. Hit like, hit subscribe. If this is your first time tuning into PTA, welcome. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media members. We're fans just like you, talking Packers on the daily. Like tonight, we're going to be doing the Chalk Talk episode where we break down those plays, talk X's and O's, try to understand what happened, why did it happen out there in the Meadowlands. So if that's the type of content you're looking for, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. Tim, having a good day, big dog?
Ready to go, man. Chalk Talk, let's go.
Yeah, we got a couple segments we're going to hit before we get into it, so we'll try to go rapid fire tonight. I believe Emilio will be joining us shortly as well, and I apologize for the throat, man. I don't know what's going on. We may have to go visit the doctor and see what's up, but nonetheless, we're here. We're ready to roll. Let's get into it, man. Jayden Reed fired this tweet out earlier today, I believe it was, right? Yeah, so around 4:39. I love it. Just a simple picture. Him with the helmet on, got the gear on, ready to roll in the iced out white jerseys, and no text, nothing along with it. Tim, I think Bird's sending a little signal like the plan might potentially be to open up the practice window possibly tomorrow. I think we'll find out once they get on the practice field, or if Matt LaFleur does a presser before they hit the practice field. This is exciting, man. You get Jayden Reed back. You're really, really cooking with Crisco now.
I love it, man. I love this new generation of players where they're not going to tell you specifics. Like you said, no text, just a photo, just a little tweet here, little tweet from the Bird, letting everybody know that I think the window's opening up. And I've been waiting all year. I know everyone else has, like Scoot, Jay Reed, MG on the field at the same time. I think we're ready for it, man. It's coming.
Yeah. It's going to make this offense so much more dynamic. And you know how I always respond to players coming back from injury, Tim, is like, okay, we need to curb the enthusiasm. They're going to be rusty. They're going to have to ramp them up, this and that. I said that about Christian. It might take him 5 or 6 weeks to get going. First game back, bang. So I'm going to try not to curb the enthusiasm too much for this, because Jayden Reed, the reality is he was our best receiver, man, the last 2 seasons. And I know there's people that still, they hear that and they go, whatever. But it's the fact. Now, listen, he led the team in receiving yards, and then immediately the people's argument typically is, well, that's just because he's getting a lot of targets. As Wendell Ferreira put out here on Twitter, Packers wide receivers in yards per route run. That's exactly what it sounds like, guys. When they're on the field running a route, okay, here's how many yards they average in terms of gaining yards when you break it down, just strictly being on the field and running routes. Notice it didn't say yards per target there. Yards per route run. Jayden Reed leads the Packers at 3.21. Christian Watson, 2.07. Savion Williams, 1.86. Of course, minute amount of targets there, and he's very limited in terms of being on the field, I should say. Romeo Doubs, 1.75. Matthew Golden, 1.43. Bo Melton, 1.33. And Dontavion Wicks, 1.15, with Malik Heath, 0.95. So, again, Jayden Reed, he is, whether people want to admit it or not, we'll see if it continues this route, he was the number 1 receiver in terms of the guy who's having the most production, in that regard.
We saw it with Scoot, right? He missed a lot of time, back like he never left. I would anticipate the same thing from Bird. I think they're going to throw him right out there. and he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I sure hope so, man. And Jason Wilde put this tweet out earlier. It was from Matt LaFleur's presser. Again, he just quote tweeted Jaden Reed's tweet there. I apologize for the volume. There's nothing I can do. We know how these pressers are. It's cranked all the way up. But Jason Wilde said, note LaFleur's smile at the end of his initial answer. All right, let's hear this exchange.
Are you guys thinking about opening up any 21-day practice windows for IR guys?
So he asked, are you guys thinking about opening up any 21-day window for the IR practice for the IR guys?
Sure as heck hope so.
Like,
Look at that smile.
Heck yeah, dude. He said, sure as heck hope so. And he grinned.
it's been a while, and Jaden's been a while. Is there hope for both of them, or is that?
I think potentially, again, I think we'll have a better idea over the next 2 days.
So there you go. You take Jaden Reed's tweet, take Matt LaFleur grinning like a possum in a dumpster, right? And then you got him saying, I think we'll find out over the next 2 days. So I think that's I would be very, very, very surprised, Tim, if the practice window did not open up for Jaden Reed. And I know he didn't say specifically Jaden Reed. He just asked the IR guys. That could include Marshawn Lloyd, as well, or maybe just one or the other. I'm kind of feeling like all signs are pointing to Jaden Reed is going to be back in practice, man.
I would agree. And Matt's not going to tell you, unequivocally, right? We got to read between the tea leaves a little bit, pick up the covers and take a look in between the lines. But that smile says it all, right?
Yeah, it really does, man. It really does. And again, we've talked about Jaden Reed. There's multiple hats he can wear, right? Like we've seen him in the F. I was very, very vocal based off the college tape when they drafted him that he can play Z as well. And you're seeing Matthew Golden play some Z before Christian Watson came back. Jaden Reed goes down. Matthew Golden kicks to F, right, which is Jaden Reed's normal spot.
Yep.
And then, of course, what you ended up having was like Dontavion Wicks, Malik Heath, everybody kind of filling in the Z spot. They actually moved Romeo around and would put him in the F, put Golden to the X. X is typically Romeo's spot. So now you get Christian Watson back, and we've seen him at field side Z, right, speed Z. And then we've also seen him play X in the game against the Giants. You'll see that on Chalk Talk here momentarily. So what you've got is a bunch of guys now who are very, very acclimated to the system and where they can line up at. So I imagine when Jaden Reed is back, what you're probably going to see is the majority of the time it's going to be Christian Watson and Jaden Reed on the field when Jaden Reed is fully healthy, maybe not right off the bat. So if you're in 12 personnel, they may go with Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson to get those other guys a blow, right? And then when they go to 11 personnel, throw Reed in at the F. You got Christian at Z. I think you're going to see Matthew Golden and Romeo Doubs kind of mixing and matching with the X. And what's cool is you've got 2 or 3 guys that can play all 3 positions. So if somebody does get a little banged up in game, they have to come off like Romeo the other day where he was, landed on that concrete on his face a couple times. You could pull him off. Guess what? You kick Golden over to X. You got Jaden Reed in the F. You got Christian Watson in the Z. You're still running smooth. So I'm really, really excited to see how they utilize these guys when they get them all together for sure.
Yeah, you got a whole group of guys that are versatile, right? And there's no telling where you're going to line them up. And, it speaks to what Matt's able to do as a play caller, right? And as a schemer. And when you're, at the point when you have, weapons at your disposal, you're going to use them. And I think we've been waiting a long time, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully all is true. Bird is coming back soon. Right on time. I mean, look at the guys we lost. Look at the guys that are going to, be day to day or week to week. I think it's awesome that we're going to get to see, as close to the full gamut of healthy guys as we can when it comes to our receiving core. And I can't wait for Matt to flip through that call sheet and dial it up for sure. Clay, you're muted.
I'm over here spilling my guts. So thank you, Tim. So you do have to kind of what Coach Lynn said here. We need to lean into that wide receiver room for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I kind of see where you're coming from, right? And Jordan Love, he said in the chat as well. Jordan Love looked absolutely dominant against the Giants, but we do have to take into consideration it was the Giants. That's the 25th ranked scoring defense. They had a little bit better pass defense, well, a lot better pass defense, kind of middle of the road pass defense. And then they had the worst rush defense. Of course, we lose Josh Jacobs in the middle of the game. And I say that not to throw a damp blanket on the fire. I'm just simply saying we got to take that into consideration. You don't want to get crazy pass happy because, again, the passing game struggled against the Philadelphia Eagles. So it doesn't mean that the passing game is what we showed against the Eagles. It doesn't mean it's what we showed against the Giants. It's probably somewhere in between. But I love what Coach Lynn says here because you are creating momentum as you're going in to the rest of the season. And I have all the faith in the world in Jordan Love because of all the advanced metrics and what the tape is showing. When you do the adjusted completion percentage with all the drops, man, that you're truly looking up and going, okay, he is playing really good football right now, really good football. And we've shown early in this season as well, Jordan Love has played great. However, there's been 2, maybe 3 plays a game where it's like, I wish we had that one back.
Yeah.
That still means he's playing great football. It's just we need to eliminate those 2 or 3 throws, those 2 or 3 decisions that you have, in those games.
Yeah, it's when you see 23 of those plays that you're going, oh no, what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a couple mulligans during a game. That's football, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to give a shout out here. We have a new person in the chat. I hope I'm saying this right. I don't know if it's Ger Bear for Life or Ger Bear for Life. Ger Bear for Life says, finally catching a live. Appreciate you filling in on the round table. Hey, thanks for swinging through, buddy. We appreciate you dropping in, man. And it's been fun filling in over there. I think Baz is back now, so you guys will get the professionalism back up to the normal level. You know what I mean? So, but it's been fun though. I appreciate the opportunity. It's so cool getting to connect with people over there as well. Whether it's Dion with the Lions and Nick, aka Trump 2.0, with the impersonation over there.
Spot on Trump impression. Spot on.
Crushes it. And then of course our boy One Bar with the Vikings. I think me and One Bar are the same person. I could tell he's a little bit, I don't want to say high strung, but he got a quick temper like I do. So I'm pretty sure we get along pretty good. Or maybe we wouldn't. I don't know. So anyway, for those of you watching this video back later, let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think Jayden Reed is back? Do you think they're going to open up that practice window tomorrow? We'll find out soon enough, and we'll be bringing you updates when they do make that decision. Also, make sure you hit that like, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. All right, I want to cover one more thing real quick, guys, and we kind of talked about Jordan Love a little bit before we get into Chalk Talk. Man, I tweeted this out. I quote tweeted Jacob Morley and said, Jordan Love, big game hunter. Jacob Morley pointed out, since becoming the starter in 2023, Jordan Love has registered 94 pass plays of 25-plus yards, okay, 25 yards or more. This is the most in the NFL over that span. So since he took over as a starter, there is no other quarterback in the league that has more plays, passing plays of 25 yards or more. This is how Jordan Love plays, right? Now, there's times he has to check down. I'm just still amazed by that statistic, and there's still a portion of the fan base that think that we're just throwing underneath. They're not letting him throw deep. It's like, but we actually lead the league since he took over in plays of 25 yards or more, right? Now, are some of those yak? Absolutely. But you can't be leading the league and never throw deep, never let Jordan throw deep. So, Emilio, I know you're doing this on rookie level on Madden. You're sending those all four. You're sending 4 verts, keep the running back in the block and chuck that thing all over the yard. But I think this is awesome. I wanted to touch on this and a little bit of Micah Parsons because this is the leader of the Green Bay Packers right here. I'm to that point now. J-Love, if you guys seen the mocked up session from the game Sunday and hearing people talk, hearing the defensive linemen talk about how cold Jordan Love is, how he's – I think one of them said, man, that dude is hard.
Like, Wyatt. Yeah, Jordan Love is hard, and they all kind of looked at him like Jacob looks at, and
he's a grown-ass man now. And
but he was trying to say, Timmy, he's tough. He's solid. He's a rock, man. That dude, he's him.
Yeah. And it's true, man. He's the leader of this team. He is, and he's done it the right way. He's not been boisterous. He's not been extremely vocal. This dude is a quiet leader. And now, which I think you're going to see is him start to voice his opinion a little bit more, right? And establish a little bit more of a role in that leadership role in the locker room. This dude, we're just so damn blessed to have him as a starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. That is the leader of your offense. I know Josh Jacobs is great, and I'm all about Josh Jacobs. I think he is a great leader as well. But you can tell the page is being turned right now. Number 10 is the leader of the pack on offense. So I just wanted to get your all's take on that, and we'll talk a little bit about Micah as well.
J Money, the dime thrower, man. What else can I say that hasn't already been said, right? I mean,
I got to do it to you, Tim. I got to do it to you.
Oh,
Go ahead.
hey, Corey, how's it going? Yeah,
Hope you're doing
no,
well, Corey.
J Money is that dude, man. Like I've been saying for the better part of 2.5, 3 years now. And, leadership comes in a lot of different, shapes and sizes and different forms, right? Jordan's going to lead this offense the way Jordan feels like leading this offense. And, to your point about Josh, I think Josh is the heart of this offense, but, the soul and the leadership comes from number 10,
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. And JJ White 009 in the chat crushes this. I seen the same thing. J Love gave Dobbs a look when he dropped that pass. Dobbs came back out and caught everything. J Love is a leader to me.
that was the
Did you
second
notice that
drop,
too?
right?
I
It
think
wasn't the
it was.
first one. I'm pretty sure it was the second one. Looked right, just kind of gave him that look down, Clay.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was just like, all right, dude, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Right. And listen, nobody wants to catch the ball more than Rome, but you can tell Romeo respects the hell out of Jordan, just like Jordan respects the hell out of Romeo, right? It goes both ways. And it was just in the heat of the moment, like, Bub, if you want me to keep coming to you, we got to make these catches. And when Aaron done that, he's an butthole. But when Jordan does it, I'm glad that people aren't criticizing Jordan the same way they did Aaron, because we need a little bit more of that from Jordan. I was very vocal, Emilio, when Aaron was a quarterback, like, hey, you've got to have that. You've got to have a leader, a general that's not just going to pat you on the ass and go, good job,
Right.
man. Oh, you'll get them next time. No, you've got to demand excellence from your teammates, and they need to demand it from you.
I want to pat you on the butt and you poop my hand. So
I wouldn't want that either, Matt, because it's honestly just sort of a different leadership technique is all it kind of comes out as. Jordan's going to give you the look where it's I don't you don't want to make your parents mad, but it's worse to disappoint them. That's
Yeah.
where it's kind of like, dude, you get that one look, it's over. But he doesn't need to sit there and scream at him to get that point across. He carries himself, a little bit more of a quiet leader. But when you speak, when you give those kind of looks, those, that sort of meaningful stuff, snap your head around. Let's get to it. I think everybody realizes, yeah, you're right, that he is the leader of this team. He knows exactly what's going on. He's starting to respond to the media even better. They were kind of asking him what was going down. How do you go about going through the injury process? What do you do back there? Yeah, they give me x-rays, they take me up, and if I can go back out, they go back out there. It's like we're getting to the point where he knows we need to get through this. We got a team behind here. We got a lot of stuff to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jordan strikes me as a lead by example kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
You got vocal leaders and you got lead by example guys. And, he might be a hybrid of both. But I think Jordan's, act as if, right? Lead by example. I'm going to go out there and put it all out there for my team. And when I need to be vocal, I'll be vocal. When I need to just lead with my play, then I'll lead with my play. And we're, like you said, Emilio, we're blessed to have J Money back there under center.
I'm going to say something here. No Diddy. All right. I noticed this on Sunday. Look at this picture of Jordan. Thank you, Ron. I'm sorry for that. Look at this picture.
You said no Diddy. I had to hit you with that right there.
Look at his quads. Have you noticed that he's thickened up a little bit this year? To me, it looks like he's got a much stronger base too. Like
thick.
Used to be kind of wiry, you know what I mean? Tall, lanky,
Yeah.
kind of,
Pookie.
This reminds me, yeah, exactly. Silly body. It reminds me of when Favre kind of came on the scene. He was a little overweight. He trimmed down a bunch of weight when he became the starter. And then all of a sudden, those MVP years, you've seen him kind of thicken up around the base a little bit. Like that dude was all right. I think Jordan is I think he's stepping into an era where you're going to see, okay, no longer is the dude taking a big hit and this and that. I mean, you see him, he already tries to run through people's faces, right? I mean, he did that to his own detriment on Sunday. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but just something looks a little different to me in that regard. Like he's worked on his body a little bit and improving the strength in the lower body. And that's exciting because I'll tell you who it reminds me more of. It looks a little more like Jalen Hurts now, as opposed to some of the other skinnier quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Some of the other younger quarterbacks.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying he's deadlifting the same amount of weight that Jalen Hurts is. Not many linemen are, right? But
Right.
just something's changed there. I don't know if that's just me or not.
A little bit more Jalen Hurts, a little less, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams kind of build. I think that he realizes that all that strength and power comes from the waist. Waist down, hips down, feet up. That's where he's getting all his drive. Half the time, yeah, he's got the upper body strength. He can throw it off the ground, no problem. We're not worried about that. It's how can you get your torque? How can you spin that thing? And I think you're right, Clay. You get that. He's past that, the rookie stage, knows the offense, all this other, stuff going on in his head that he needs to learn plays, all that's starting to come a little bit easier, a little bit more natural. All right, now I can focus on, the foundation, building that up. And maybe that's now on his checklist for this year, right? Start working down, get a little bit more upper body, tone that out. And dude's probably getting up at 6 every morning, hitting the gym, going into practice, doing probably a little extra than what is required just because he loves it.
Right. And Holmes says here in the chat, that's why he keeps trucking guys, LOL. And then he went on to say, guys, J-Love is bigger than Watson. Think about that. He is. I mean, and as Coach Lynn says, Love looks like he's at least 230 pounds. I mean, he really does. He looks like he's thickened up in a good way, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I just wanted to point out here, just an update on the statistics. He's got 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's passed for 2,421 yards, a passer rating of 103.8. He's averaging 7.8 yards per attempt, 67.7% completion percentage. That's not adjusted completion percentage. That's with the drops, right? And then, of course, the EPA per dropback is what I wanted to highlight. He's third in the league in EPA per dropback, actually tied for second with the reigning MVP, Josh Allen. Only Drake May has a better EPA per dropback, and it's literally positive, a plus 0.21. J-Love and Josh Allen's are a plus 0.20. So he's right up there in efficiency with the reigning MVP. So just wanted to point that out. And then one last thing before we get into Chalk Talk was on the defensive side of the ball, this guy right here, I was a little bit, I don't want to say concerned, but I was really eager to see how Micah Parsons was going to gel with this locker room. Like, because he's a superstar. Everybody knew he was a superstar. And when he comes in, is he going to be boisterous? Is he going to be loud? Is he going to be that rah-rah guy? Or is he just going to – he's been quiet. He's been keep your head down work and nothing but production, as Jacob Morley pointed out in the tweet. Micah Parsons has 19 sacks in his last 19 games. And you could tell that when he came in, this defense gravitated toward him. And I respect the hell out of Rashawn Gary, who's one of the older veterans on the team, been here since he was drafted. You could just tell he's lockstep with Micah, right? Mm-hmm. And then you remember earlier in the year, the reason I wanted to highlight this with Jordan Love talk before we get to Chalk Talk is, remember when Gary stood up earlier in the year and Micah said, "No, he said, sit your ass down. That's my $200 million quarterback out there. We're going for this. Like, we're putting it on his back," right? I just love the fact that on offense, Jay Love's the leader. On defense, you got Micah Parsons over there. Doesn't mean they're the only leaders on the team, but this team runs through those two cats, and they're going to be Packers for the foreseeable future. So just wanted to highlight that. Anything you guys want to add to the Micah Parsons leadership talk there as well?
I was just adding this real quick to the Jordan Love, just tapping it off for Chuck Jaggers. Jordan is slowly hooping, just waiting for that RAV4 to start up next week. Toyota-thon, baby. The picture's in the archives. We'll have to pull it out for you one day, Chuck. No worries. But you're right, Clay. Micah, he's that dude. I was talking to my dad, talking to Essay today. He was excited. He saw Quinn Williams out there. He said, we're getting a little bit more out of him than what was at 97. I said, Clark? He said, yeah, man, I feel like I don't hear him enough. He's not. We're just not getting enough out of him. He's probably doing the dirty work, and that's what kind of Kenny was always about. But you see that they missed that sort of splash player, that closer. Micah is a closer. Micah is that ninth inning pitcher you bring in with one out left just to get the dude in three. You know what I mean? That's why he's out there, but he's got enough in the tank at the end of 50, 60 plays to still close it out, get a couple of sacks at the end of the game and ice it. That's going to be
built to ass, BTA. Know what I'm saying?
That's going to be important. That is going to be extremely important at the end of the season. And just knowing that it can happen, knowing that the team, all right, he turns it up, maybe we need to turn it up with him. If everyone's turning it up on that level at the end of the game, 2 minutes left, we're going to have a scary defense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add there, Tim, to the J Love and Micah Parsons talk before we jump into Chalk Talk, man?
Yeah, with Micah, a lot of talk about the run game. Pull the numbers. Look how he looks against the run. We've heard a lot of talk about, oh, he's an edge rusher, he's a pass rusher, he's a liability in the run game. I don't see that at all on tape this year.
I completely agree. And I love how Hafley approached that too. Hafley said, if anybody thinks that Micah Parsons isn't a good run defender, I'd like to sit down and watch tape with you. I love that approach. Absolutely love it. So for those of you watching this video back later, let us know in the comments what you think about what we just talked about. Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, do you feel good about that being the leader of your offense, the leader of your defense? They're both young. They're going to be here for the long haul. They've both got long-term contracts. Everything's already in place for the cornerstone of your leadership right there as well. So let us know what you think about that. Maybe is there a player or two that you feel like is a leader on the team as well? Let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. All right, boys, y'all ready to get into it? Chalk Talk?
Let's do it.
Ready to go.
All right, man, this is going to be a blast. We've got 16 plays, if my count is correct here, from the New York Giants game. Packers get the dub 27-20. Middle eight was tied 6-6. Turnover differential goes to Green Bay 2-0. Anytime you win the turnover differential 2-0, hey, listen, you're going to win that ball game. I'm just telling you, you got about a 6% chance of losing that game if you got a +2 turnover differential. So as Chuck Jagger says, hashtag sorry, Mandy. Yep. Sorry.
We need to get that trending. We need to get that trending on Twitter for her.
She probably already has. So she probably saying sorry. You don't want sleeping on the couch. But anyway, we'll see if we can get done in a reasonable time here as we've been going way over with the Chalk Talk. So let's start here, pick up with a little bit of negative. Let's lead off with some negative because there's going to be plenty of positive here, okay? But yeah, first play we're going to highlight. First quarter, 13:45 left. You guys know the Giants went right down the field to score, right? So it's 0-0, 3rd and 5 at your own 40.
That was the first time this year, correct? First time we gave up an opening tutter on the opening drive.
Say that on the broadcast, Tim. I believe you're right. Yeah,
Yep.
I think you're right. So this is a 3rd and 5 at their own 40. This is Winston to Kentucky's Wan'Dale Robinson. I got to throw that out there. When we're not winning college football games, we got to point out the pros we put out here. Here's what I think the play call was. Nickel 4-2-5, 29 spur, cover 3 sky, okay? If you're wondering what cover 3 sky is, think of it this way. The corner will cover the sky, okay? They're going deep. You got a post safety covering deep, all right? And what will happen is whoever your safety is, rather than buzzing and sitting in a hook curl, what they're going to do is work a curl flat, okay? And that is 29. That's a 29 spur. So obviously that means that our boy McKinney is in the box here, okay? So, again, a cover 3 sky. This is a pretty good play call, in my opinion, by them. But let's watch and see who's responsible for this. I think it was a 20-yard gain to Robinson right here, okay? So, as the snap is taken, this is what we call spot drop, okay? So, this is cover 3 spot drop, and it's cover 3 sky. They run a little crosser pattern, and you see there is all kind of space out here, right? So, who's supposed to cover that? That's the question. Well, think about it. Since they're playing sky, McKinney had the curl flat right here, right? So that would lead you to believe it's this defender right here. However, you see that guy's in his zone. This is what you call flooding the zone, right? You want to flood the zone, so you want to make these guys have conflict on who they're supposed to cover, and that's going to create this space out here. Because think about it. I think this is Adrian Cooper. If he drops into this space to cover, a little deeper than maybe he should have covered because they're running a crossers concept, then this guy's open. But again, that's more of McKinney there, in my opinion. You want to get depth and prevent that first down. But keep in mind, it is a 3rd and 5. So they played it underneath and made them make the more difficult throw, right? So that's probably the mindset behind it. As you see, Winston hits him in the soft spot. They almost got there to make a play. Pretty big stick there, too, on Wan'Dale Robinson. But you could see, in my opinion, I think it's more on Cooper than anyone. Although I will say, as we back it up one more time to the All-22, you're seeing this more commonly with spot drop. Watch Quay. Tell me who Quay is covering here. See,
The
so
New York Giants logo in the middle.
yeah, and that's the problem he gets into. Now, keep in mind, in the past we've said he hasn't been aggressive enough underneath. So it kind of feels like Emilio what he did here. Emilio hit L1 on the play change and said, "Hey, listen, play the sticks." So when you play the sticks, you're saying sit around the first down marker, and that leaves that void underneath. So
because you're hoping that one, the pass rush gets there in time, and two, by the time 25 is doing his little leak cross, you know, little Texas route out of the backfield, Quay's going to step up and stick him. I mean, and then it's over. You know, turn or fourth down, but you just didn't get the pass rush there in time. And yeah, you probably hit, you know, triangle and flick down on the right stick. Clay did a little hard flat. Everybody came down to the line of scrimmage, and you get beat. If you have enough time, you can get beat at that 10, 15-yard level. As long as the quarterback can layer it, Winston can do that.
Right. So you're probably playing the sticks here, right? And listen, if they decide to go underneath the sticks, you prevent the first down. Everybody's loving the call. But the fact that they found the void behind it, Tim, it looks like a bad call, bad execution. It's just kind of a tough look there because you're playing the sticks.
Even with the interim head coach, right? It's a good play call, right? You know, the other team gets paid too. You know, we'd like to have it back. But I agree with Emilio's point. You know, I think maybe Quay was playing the sticks there. If he shades backwards, it's maybe a different story. But, you know, you got to tip your cap to the Giants on this opening drive, right?
And you got to tip your cap to Jameis Winston. I mean, he throws that right by a hand in his face.
Yep.
That's a pretty damn good throw right there. He's literally got a paw in his grill right there. So again, sometimes they just make the better play, right? If we play it deep and let them have the first down, there's fans bitching and moaning, saying, "Oh, we're playing soft, we're playing too far off," right? And again, it's a crossers concept, but it's almost like a high-low read on that right side. Once you read, true spot drop. Right. So again, that's how you attack zone defense when there's not match involved, is you flood the zone. That's what they did. Right. So, all right, next play, first quarter, 11:53, still 0-0, second and 10 play at Green Bay's 28-yard line. So here's another 20-yard gain from Winston to Hodgins. Let's see if we can figure out what happened on this play. I think it's nickel 4-2-5 shell. So you see they're showing a shell look, right? Two safeties on the shelf here. And I think it's a cover 2 call. Let's roll the tape and show it. So this looks like cover 2 zone. Notice that Quay does not take the seam here. So I don't think it's a Tampa 2 call, although he is locked on to the number 2 target, which is the tight end. That's typically who he follows down the seam. This looks like a cover 2 zone call to me, and you see they just find the soft spot. But I will point out, Quay shouldn't be down there biting on that. He should be somewhere in here making that throw a little bit more difficult, right? Let's roll it back and tell me if you guys see it a little bit different. Because I think this is why Quay graded out so bad. This is one of the few times that I agree with PFF's tape. Whose zone is that, if y'all had to guess? Right? So,
yeah, that's Quay's. And it's definitely not a Tampa 2. You can tell.
Right. He didn't flip his hips, didn't try to, get any extra depth there. Would have been a good call, right? Would have been a good call.
Yeah, we would have liked the Tampa 2 look right there, maybe. But again, this is one of those you want back, right? And, you know, good play call, but also, if he's a little bit shallower and more towards the middle, maybe he gets a hand on that ball, gets a PBU or something.
Right. And I want to give a shout out to Losmel in the chat. It says, Clayton, I was at the Giants game. The wind was howling 30 mile an hour with gusts of 45. Flags on the same goalposts were blowing in opposite directions. Don't blame the field goal kicker. Don't blame the field goal kicker on the misses. He's saying, and that was kind of our assessment too. But I wanted to point out too, that might be why they're playing the sticks here a little bit more, Emilio, and playing underneath, is because they thought the wind would be a little more of a factor too. You got to tip your cap to Jameis Winston for spinning that thing through that wind.
Yeah, and I think Quay maybe just got caught looking a little bit, peeked inside, kind of shuffled, just one over. But you're also working trips. You're working the trip side with the halfback heavy. So you have, strong right, halfback right. You kind of want a little bit more, eyes on that side. I think Quay carried the halfback for a second, saw the dude right in front of him, and there was just, because he came from the outside, right? That was the outside receiver running a dig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure it was. If
so
it wasn't,
he wouldn't have even seen that guy leaving. It would have been, a layered across coming back across his body there.
Right,
just the tip, though.
Let's watch it one more time here, because I don't want to get caught up too long in this play. But let's see. I'm pretty sure it was what we call a wrap concept, right? So what it's going to be is, a curl, and then they're going to wrap around the backside.
Yep, eye
We
candy.
like- we
Yeah.
like that. We like that concept a lot too. Let's see if that's what it was. Yep, wrap. See, so you get those guys to commit up and then wrap around it.
Mhm.
So good play call,
Yep.
So, and then listen, if you were to say, Clayton, here's going to be their play call. They're going to run a wrap concept with a halfback flat. What's your call? Oh, so they're not attacking the seam? Give me a cover 2 zone. That would have been my call, right? So it was a good play call on the defensive, on Jeff Hafley's part. Just bad execution on Quay. Just got caught up in the eye candy. Like you said, the guy going to the flat led him to the curl. Oh, crap. There's a dig on the backside. So,
Yep. And by the time you realize, it's a completion, it's too
Yep.
late.
right. So, again, that's why I think Quay graded out kind of bad. Again, was it as bad? Did he play as bad as PFF said he did? I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. But those 2 plays were 2 20-yard gains, one on a 3rd and 5, the other on a 2nd and 10, which led to a 5-yard touchdown run. That's how the Giants go up 7-0 in the first quarter. Okay. All right. Now let's move along. First quarter, 4:12 left. Giants lead 7-0, 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. This is the Bo Melton 17-yard run. Boy, oh boy, nobody complains about the jet sweeps and the touch passes, the pop passes when it works, right? So here we go. 11 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, T orbit, Y zip lead, 22 fake, X jet. All right. So Bo is actually playing X here. He's on the line of scrimmage opposite the tight end. So in this case, Christian Watson's your F and Matthew Golden is your Z. So you're seeing how they're mixing and matching, right? So they put Bo Melton out there at X. They typically run these jet sweeps from the Z or the F position. So now Matt's running it from the X, and it's probably what caught them off guard, right?
Yep.
So with this play call, we're going to go T orbit. So the T is actually going to spin around, orbit the quarterback, and then they're going to fake a 22 run right here, okay? And then the Y is going to zip lead. So what he's going to do is the ball is going to be snapped. He's going to go over and then zip back and be a lead blocker outside. And then the X is just going to be the jet sweep from behind. Okay. So again, the play call is 11 gun, bunch nasty X, strong right, T orbit, Y zip lead, 22 fake, X jet. All kind of eye candy going on here. You're showing that you may run a sift block, right? You're showing, oh crap, he's orbiting out. Sometimes they like to run that swing pass. No, it's actually going to be a fake in the A gap right, and the ball's actually going to go to Bo Melton. Matt LaFleur was in his damn bag on Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's watch it here. There's the orbit, bang, spin, toss, lead block, beautiful lead block there with the Y.
That's one of those illusion of complexity, but it's also complex, right? You've got the illusion, and you also have some complexity here. And yeah, this is Matt in the bag right here, and great execution. O-line, QB1, our flyers, great work.
Look at the lean of all the defenders. Why? Because 86 was showing a sift, right? Yep. This looks like split flow on the surface. And remember, we run the majority of our jet sweeps to F and Z, Emilio. This time it's going to X. This is Matt. This is all Matt LaFleur right here. Again, with the indirect.
I thought he couldn't scheme, though. I thought he was bad at play calling.
Yeah. Things change in a week, don't they, man? It's funny how that works. But you see what I'm saying with the Y? Zipping
and full sell. Christian's barreling down the Y. It's almost like one of those. I don't know how often you're in the Army playbook, Clay. A little flex bone counter, little QB counter. You get going one way. All about eye candy. As long as you do your job, we can gain yards on the play.
Emilio's in the Army now.
Come on now. That's just great. That's great execution, really.
Hey, can we talk about water cooler at the bottom of the screen? Watch 86, boys.
Yeah, buddy. Bang.
Come on now.
Hello.
Let's go.
I love it. And that's what you want with Bo too, right? Give that man that ball, give him a lead blocker, a little bit of space. This is what happens.
It's crazy because you go to the same side the motion is at first. So everybody was already shifting that way. They go, oh, snap, the running back's coming back this way. And oh, snap, Bo's on the other way.
Yep.
Football is all about attacking space and defending space. And when you can steal a hat or two or a gap or two of space by creating that eye candy, it makes all the difference in the world. That's something that Matt LaFleur is really, really good at. So, all right, so there's you an explosive run, right? Next play, first quarter, 1:53 left. Giants still lead 7-0. This is a 3rd and 8 play. Jordan's out of the game, hurt, right? At New York's 32-yard line. This is the Malik Willis 16-yard run. Let's go into the bag again. Let's go to the back of the call sheet, Matt. We're going 11 gun empty, Trey left, T-flex 1. Okay. So again, what's that mean? 11 gun empty. So you're going one running back, one tight end. T-flex 1 means he is flexed out as the number 1 receiver. Remember, you always count outside in. So that's the 1, that's the 2, right? So there's your T. And we're going to go shift to weak. So we're going to bring the T into the weak side of the formation, strong left, right? So now he's shift to weak. We're going to go Y sift lead. All right. So the way this is going to work is you're going to run what we call a 21 zone read. You're going to put the ball in the belly of the running back, and you're going to look to potentially hand it off to him for a gap left, right? A 21 run. So the Y sift lead makes it look like it's split flow. But with the zone read, if you decide to keep it, then you've got a lead blocker out here in the sift block. You see what I'm saying? So it could have been 100% designed. This is just going to be a QB keeper for Malik Willis. I think it was a zone read. You guys watch it unfold. Let's go 75% here. So see what I'm saying? Look at the sift coming across.
Yep.
Now what's Malik reading right here, right?
Conflict defender.
Yep. So as soon as he flips his hips, notice how his left leg is in front of his right. He's completely sold out. I'm going with the running back. When he crashes, pull that ball out of the belly and hit the edge. And what's awesome is Matt LaFleur said, if you decide to do that, I'm going to get you a lead blocker out here too. Let's roll the tape. Bang, he keeps it. The defender's out of the way. Notice the sift didn't even worry about that defender. He's already out of the play, right? So now he's going to get out here and seal a block so Malik can cut it back in.
Rome already digging him out.
Yes, sir.
Yep, Rome with a hell of a block right there, right?
This is Matt LaFleur flipping that call sheet over like we talked about, right?
Yep.
Oh, we got QB2 in the game. Let's dial it up right here.
Did you hear Wyatt on
this bread and butter right here?
Absolutely. Tim, did you hear Wyatt on the mic'd up? He goes, man, no one's catching Malik. That boy fast. I mean, they're sleeping on him. He is fast.
Dude, every time he runs with the football but 10 yards or more, he cracks 20 miles an hour, which is wild to think about. So Rome's going to get in here, dig the safety out, right? Like you said, once the running back comes in here, Emilio, right? Now it's game on. So now it's a zone read. So this is your conflict defender, okay? So Malik going to take the ball, put it in the belly, read him, watch him crash. He crashes right there. Bang. Oh, we're pulling this thing. And here comes water cooler again, right? Around the other side. This is just a beautiful play call by Matt LaFleur.
And he sells it too. Yes, thank you. Water cooler's out there. He's selling like he's about to go sift his leg out. He's going to take him out of the play. A little sidestep, and we're off to the races.
He was the best guy around.
I love that it faked the cameraman out too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
love
just
it.
a great play call by Matt. And again, this is with your backup quarterback in. It's almost like when the backup comes in, Matt flips a call sheet and goes, "Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's get creative."
Yeah. Like how cool is it as a fan to see QB1 go out for a few plays and you got your backup coming in and nobody's nervous, right? Nobody's like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen?" It's like, it's the Malik Willis show. Let's go.
Right. And, there's a portion of the fan base that likes to say, "Oh, well, that means Malik Willis is better." No. If a team has all week to scheme for this, and now you got to depend on Malik Willis to sit in the well and throw the football, we don't know how good he can be.
Exactly.
We've always seen him on kind of a short week and just filling in a couple of weeks. They get 4 or 5, 6 weeks of tape on this guy. It may be a different outcome. Now, he may be dominant. He may be a franchise quarterback. But Jordan brings a lot more to the table than Malik does, in my opinion. So I don't want this to be misconstrued as, crap, we think Malik Willis is better.
Jordan ran the read option 2 or 3 times this year already.
Absolutely.
It's just the speed afterwards is just a different level. I mean,
It's unbelievable.
That's it.
If anything, it's a credit to Tupac LaFleur, man. And his ability to call those plays, based on who's under center out there. Sure.
Yeah. All right, this next play, boys, is this long enough for you? I'm going to read it once and explain what it means. We're going 12 ace nasty, Y70 safe, tray left, shift to tray right, 22 fake, sprint right, X drag, Z spot, U leak.
Ready, break.
All right, so let's
Here we go.
12 ace nasty, right? 2 tight ends. Here's what's cool. Why did I say Y70? Y70 means Kennard is playing the Y tight end position here, okay? So we're going Y70, tray left, 3 targets to the left, right? At least one of which is a tight end. That's Trey instead of Trips, right? And then we're going to shift to Trey right. We're going to go, okay, let's shift it. Now let's bring him across. Notice he pointed. Fitzpatrick pointed at Rome to get up on the line, make sure you're covered, right? Because he's got to now be on the line of scrimmage to make it a legal formation.
We ran into that last week, and everybody was mad at him. Us included. I wasn't happy about it, but you got a backup corner and everything, so let's go.
Yep, we learned, right? So shift the tray right. Now we're going to go 22 fake, and he's going to stay safe. What's that mean? So they're going to kind of set up a play fake in the A gap right, and he's going to stay in and help block. Okay, so that's what 22 fake safe means. And then the play is going to be a little sprint right. Look, you're going to fake the handoff, and then you're going to sprint right. And now the play call is X drag. So your X on the line of scrimmage opposite your tight end is going to run a little drag route across, okay, a little shallow, if you will. And then the Z is going to run a spot route, right? He's going to come up here and just sit. You can't see the red because of the Giants. Here we go. Let's try that. Their logo is red, obviously. So he's going to run a little sit route, okay? And then the U is going to leak in the flat. So he's going to chip and then leak out in the flat, all right? So it's a sprint right option. You've got a spot on the backside, which is what Malik ends up hitting. You get a drag pulling the defense across away from the spot. If they sit on the spot, hit the drag. If they go with the drag, hit the spot. They played it pretty damn good. Malik Willis just has a freaking laser for an arm. So again, 12 ace nasty, Y70 safe. Again, safe. So Kennard is just going to be an extra pass protector here, guys. So you've got, in this situation, on a sprint right option, you've only got 3 targets and you've got 7 blockers. That's what we call max protect, right? So again, 12 ace nasty, Y70 safe, tray left, shift to tray right, 22 fake, sprint right, X drag, Z spot, U leak, which is going to be a flat. This is going to go to our boy, Josh Wally. Watch the play unfold. Watch him immediately sprint right. That's sprint right option, okay? Now you see Christian is trying to show a little outside look, and then he's just going to sit, right? And now you got Rome with a little window there, to be honest with you. But Malik already letting that thing fly. It's almost like Dobby was looking for the window to come open. The ball's already in the air. He starts to grab it and goes, oh, crap, that's not to me. And
that's what we were talking about post game. Like, great job by Rome there, not trying to make a play on that ball because it wasn't meant for him, right?
Yeah. Now let's watch it 50% and watch the catch that Scoot makes on this, that Christian Watson makes. This is an unbelievable grab. And again, watch the hit that Malik Willis takes too. Right here, he knows I'm about to get crushed. Let it rip. What a catch by Scoot, dude. He's got a guy draped all over him, man. And I was told,
I said that immediately, man. One of the best catches of Scoot's career right there. That is the definition of a contested catch right there.
Focus that took, Tim.
Yep.
2 bodies.
And the strength, right? Strong hands. I mean, that's a hands catch all the way from the grab to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's hands.
Looked like he had like a little brother kind of hanging on his arm, and he just like he just put his just bring that thing in, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Would have liked Kennard to get a hand on somebody on that play, but I get that he's trying to stop everybody kind of sitting in that short zone. But
and I was wrong on the U being Wally. That was actually our boy Fitzpatrick on this play.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, which is good. I mean, you can use them both. But look at that lick that Malik Willis takes, guys. Seriously, he's tougher than a $2 steak. This is right. You're vulnerable as hell with that arm up. Bang.
He throws. He leaves his feet to throw that. He knew he was getting hit.
Yep.
Hell of a throw, man. Let's see if we can pause it right there when he does leave his feet. Look at that. That's called sacrifice. Sacrificing your freaking body right there, dude.
I don't think people appreciate that enough, man. To be a right-handed quarterback and throw that ball off your right foot like that against the grain and put a dot on your receiver's face mask. Incredible.
Unbelievable. So that Willis to Watson touchdown now makes it 7-7. All right. Let's fast forward. Second quarter, 11:03, 7-7. First and 10 from their own 31-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Matthew Golden. Couple of different plays here. This play is going to set up a play later on. Okay. We run a similar, it's out of a bunch look. We run a similar concept, but we run it a little bit differently, and we'll show it here in a minute when we get to it. But the play call is 11 ace nasty, dubs right, Z cheat to wing, double leak, 22 fake counter, safe, switch, X climb, F cross corner. All right, so let's, again, 11 ace nasty. They're all in nasty splits. We're in a dubs right look, so it's strong right, 2x2 set. The Z is going to cheat into the wing, right, settle in right there. So now let's draw out the play. We're going to go 22 fake counter. So jab step, fake A-gap right. Okay, that's going to be the play here. So you see Jordan spin like he's going to set up what they're showing here is kind of a 21 or a 23 run out the gate. and then they're going to fake a counter. So it's really 2 fakes baked into one play in terms of the gaps that you could potentially attack. What that does is get the linebacker sputtering. Little chop step, right? Oh, it's counter. No, it ain't. It's 22. Oh, no, it ain't. They're actually throwing. And then we're going to run a little switch, X climb, F crosser. So with the switch concept, we like slot cross. We talk about slot cross all the time. This would be switch slot cross if they did this, okay? If they switch slot cross would be he switches and then runs a dig, right? And then Christian runs a climb. That's slot cross, right? So we fake that look, and what's going to happen is Matthew Golden, still the switch is on. He's going to get out here, break in, bring it out on a cross corner route, and Watson is going to continue to run the crosser, okay? And then, of course, the F, he's the F, Matthew Golden is with the cross corner. The X is running a climb, and the Z, I don't even know, the Z is going to be a flat, so it's going to be a double leak. So he's going to get in here and block a little bit and then attack the flat. The Y is going to chip, and then he's going to get out here and sit down in the middle. Okay, so again, the play call is 11 ace nasty, dubs right, Z cheat the wing, double leak, 22 fake counter, switch, X climb, F crosser. See the counter fake. Jordan spins, fakes it. Watch Golden at the bottom, guys. Free release, right? Now they're setting up. This looks like slot cross, is it not, Emilio? Does that not look just like slot cross? Now watch what he does. Whoop, out the backside. Jordan knows exactly where he's going to be. Matt LaFleur playing chess, not checkers, man.
Matt, he caught the ball right in front of Matt. Watch Matt on the sideline. Give me one hit, one fist pump. Yes, sir. Thank you. Next play. Okay.
Yep. What's next on the sheet, baby?
Absolutely, man. Well, that was pretty. That's a pretty route by Matt. Gets his head around, turn, looking at Jordan like he's about to run that dig or that backside cross there, and boom.
And you could tell they're looking. See how 28 is botting in? So they're trying to let him run that dig so they can jump that route.
Yeah, right.
Matt was 2 steps ahead.
Run under him. Yep. Emmanuel Wilson, he picks up a good block here, gets the dude on the ground. That's big. Savion shuffle in. I love that little leak route through, too. That's yes. Killer.
Been doing that a lot more here lately. And you'll notice, too, pre-snap, take it back to pre-snap, Jordan cans here. Yep. So what did he can from? Did they can from the counter? Did they can from the counter run to the pass? If so, that's a quick adjustment because they snap quick, right?
You read my mind, Clay. Like, that's like last minute can right there. Right. And then you see Emmanuel Wilson acknowledging everybody knows. Great execution by this team. And then great footwork by Jordan in the pocket. Yes. Also, like that cannot be undersold. Like, obviously MG running the great route, but look at Jordan here, off the play action. And then look at the feet.
Look at Emmanuel Wilson, Tim. Jeez.
Yeah.
Unbelievable block right there, dude.
That's after Fitzmoney got swam move. Yep. I mean, poor guy didn't get an arm on him.
Right. I just love the way Jordan's able to shuffle the feet, extend the pocket there, and then square up right before the release. Look at square, boom, and deliver a strike.
Didn't even reset. Just kind of just squared it. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Squared his shoulders.
Squared it up and let it fly. I love it.
Look at the wind, too. Look at the goalpost, guys.
Yep.
So Jordan put a little English on that right there. Threw it to the right, knew it would drift to the right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yep. All right, next play, Jordan. Yep. All right, we got it.
Yep. He was fired up. It's almost like Tupac LaFleur used to play quarterback back in the day or something,
He's like, I would have thrown that dot.
So that was a 24-yard gain. Now let's fast forward later in the drive. Second quarter, 8:27 left, 7-7, second and 8 at New York Giants 33-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs for 22 yards. Notice how long these play calls are, guys. Did a whole lot of motion, a whole lot of shifting, a lot of eye candy, right? We're going 12 ace nasty, tray right, Z shift 2, twin left, 25 boot, zipper Z flat, X climb, U cross corner, Y safe. All right. So now let's roll out what we got here. 12 ace nasty, tray right. We're going to Z shift to twin left. So the Z is Christian Watson. He's going to come over, and now you're in a twin left look. So you're going strong right. Twins is what you would call this, right? So now we're going to go 25 boot. So it's going to fake a run outside here, and Jordan is going to boot action off of that and roll to the right. Okay. Now we're going to go zipper Z flat. So he came over on motion, and post snap, he's going to zip back across and hit the flat. That's what Christian's going to do here. Okay. And then you're going to go U cross corner. So the U here is going to run a cross corner route, gives you a high-low read, okay? And now the X, which is Romeo Doubs, is going to run a climb under that. So what has Jordan got? You're setting everybody up to drift left off the boot action, work back across, and then you got 3 points of attack here, here, and here. Right? Again, Matt LaFleur in his bag, you got an extra blocker. The Y is going to stay safe and help block here. And yeah, that's your play call. Again, the end result ends up being twin left, 25 boot, zipper Z flat, X climb, U cross corner, Y safe. And rather than just going pre-snap zipper, it's post-snap zipper. You see him come back. Look at this right here. Now you take your pick. Where's the space at? Jordan right here, looking underneath. Okay, yeah, we could throw it to Scoot. He can get a few yards if you want, right? But you got 2 defenders there, 2 defenders here. So where, as they say on the water boy, where's my B? There's my B. Right there's my B, right? Watch it. That's a backer trying to keep up with Dobbs. That's not going to happen. Beautiful throw.
Rome in the house.
Beautiful play. This is just
there was Jordan climbing at the end there, climbing towards the line of scrimmage, pull that backer up, open your lanes, layer that over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a perfect vantage point to see that. So again, the boot. Look at the whole defensive line move left. Right, they've got to respect that 25 boot.
Longer mesh point.
Right here, you get the defender to square up, like you were saying, Emilio, and just look at this, just whoop, little flick of the wrist, beautiful throw, great catch.
Great decision by Jordan there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could have easily tucked it and ran for minimal gain there.
Yeah, he's getting way better at that, man. Way better at making those decisions on the fly for sure. Just a great play call, great execution, great catch by Rome, staying focused there on the football. So love it, man. All right, so what you essentially had on that same drive is you had a 24-yard gain to Golden on the cross corner route, right, on the fake slot cross, and then you go to Dobbs on that kind of that 3-level throw there on the climb for 22 yards. So you've literally in 2 plays got 46 yards of offense, and it was hella deep on the play design. Now let's fast forward second quarter, later in the drive.
Yes, let's go. This is my second favorite play of the game right here.
7:39 left, 7-7, 1st and 10 at New York Giants 11-yard line. This is the Emmanuel Wilson 11-yard touchdown run. You just seen Romeo Dobbs set everything up. We always say no block, no rock. How about get the rock and then go block? We'll do that right here, okay? So this is Romeo really making this work, man. I love this play design here as well. Breaking the huddle. We're going 12 ace, dub nasty, U shift the tray left, can. All right, so let's just get it to that point, right? So now the U is going to shift the tray left. Jordan likes what he sees. Nobody follows. That means we're in zone, right? So now we're going to can. Christian knows now, okay, now I become the motion guy. Let me shift over. We're going to bring the Z. He's going to shift to the wing left. Now notice everybody, when he comes into the wing, you see the defensive lineman now shift over, right?
Yep.
Dexter Lawrence had to take a half a gap over. Now we're going to go X lead 21 blast, okay? So 21 blast is going to be A gap left, if I'm reading this correctly. I'm pretty sure it might have been A gap right. I might have gotten that wrong. It might be a 22 blast. That might be a typo there. But it's going to be an inside run. And what does the X lead mean? Your X receiver, Romeo, is going to ignore the corner in front of him, and he's going to go out here and lead block and dig out that safety. Okay, so again, 21 blast. It could be 22 blast, but it's going to be an X lead. Focus on Rome. Watch everything open up here. So it's definitely 21, right, or 22. That was my fault there. Kind of looked like the aiming point was 21, but he ends up cutting it back. Look at Jordan Morgan holding his water, and look at Rome right there in a perfect spot. That safety's like, what the hell are you doing out here with that ugly-ass helmet? Right? Boom, perfect block. Emmanuel Wilson almost untouched into the end zone.
Great ball carrier vision by Emmanuel Wilson.
Patience, too.
Patience as a runner. I love it. If you go back on before we go to the all-22, you can see him coming out of the huddle there. It looked like Jordan said something to Emmanuel right before this play, almost like, hey,
turn back.
We're coming to you. And, he was ready for it, and just patience as a runner, and of course, great block by Romy Rome.
Look at Sean Ryan, too, boys. That's Dexter Lawrence, right? They said, let's get 3 hats on him. Sean Ryan's still in the inside. Patience. Oh, look at the jab step. You see it, Emilio? You got to let off the right trigger if you're going to do that, Emilio. You got to let off the right trigger.
That's what everybody – if I could teach you one thing, don't hold the right trigger when you get a handoff. Read the line for 2 seconds and then get north. But Emmanuel's been doing that since high school. I went back and watched some of his tape. Dude has the quickest little – I mean, he's got one of the meanest dead legs I've seen. Him and Josh Jacobs, I think they perfect it. But you get him to bite. You get that backer to overcommit. Boom. That's all I needed. One step.
Yep. Little hezzy right there. I love it. Because if he makes that cut, man, that play's blown up. That's no game, right?
Yep. Jordan
And that's-
Morgan did great. Turned his back to him. Get that seal.
Yeah, that's how you combat start, stop, shoot. Watch the
Yep.
backer. Watch him. He's going to go start, stop, shoot. Oh,
Whoop.
shoot.
Oh, I shot
shoot.
wrong. Whoops.
So that's just a hell of a play by Emmanuel Wilson. That backer kind of did everything right, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
You know, he had
Halfback
that-
slam looks like Clay. Quick
Is that what it was?
shuffle, get him downhill.
It's just a hell of a play. Emmanuel Wilson's a good back, man. Whoop. Well, gone. Romeo out there.
You see that
Oh,
3 tight end set out there too on the left side there?
Yep.
Crazy.
That's what it looked like, but one of them was Christian, right? So absolutely awesome play. All right. So there you go. That's how you go up 14. Well, actually missed the extra point because of the win. So it's 13-7 Green Bay now. Let's fast forward. Second quarter, 6:02 left. Green Bay up 13-7. 3rd and 12 play from their own 30-yard line. This is Jameis Winston to Tyrone Tracy for 20 yards. Okay. So this sucks. This is what's going to lead to a 2-yard touchdown run that's going to tie it up 13-13. And listen, this is on Edgerrin Cooper not securing the tackle. The play call, to the best of my knowledge, is nickel 4-2-5, cheetah 1. Okay, so we got our cheetah package, and that third, that extra down lineman there is going to be the extra pass rusher in Micah Parsons. So he's going to be playing cheetah 1 here, and it is the nickel 4-2-5, not the nickel 3-3-5. We're going to show a shell look because it's 3rd and long. Why would you not, right? Get those safeties back here. I think it's cover 6. What you got is quarter, half is what I'm seeing. So you're all in kind of a spot drop look, it looks like to me, which I like that call too. Let the underneath guys kind of drift to the sticks. Edgerrin Cooper reads this screen pass perfectly. This is just going to be a little screen out here to Tyrone Tracy. Cooper shoots the shot. He just doesn't finish the tackle. So that's the problem with this play. Great play call. They screened it to the quarter side. It gives you an extra hat. Look at Coop read that.
Yeah.
He plays it perfect. It's just you've got to be able to finish right there, man.
Come on, EA.
If you finish right there, you're probably this is probably gonna lead to a blowout. They're gonna have to punt. You go down, score again, and now the boat race is on. Right. This is just one of those plays. Great read and recognition. Great burst.
He's too
right?
fast. That's
Yeah.
center, man.
Yeah. And listen,
Listen to him.
part of what broke his momentum up there, the block in the back. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah.
I could have called that a block in the back because that kind of pushes him a little bit outside. But still, once you clear that block, square up, make sure you secure that tackle, right? Don't try to get too fancy. And if he makes that tackle, this doesn't happen. And from right here, that's Tyrone Tracy. He's a hell of a
I wonder if when Coop was getting, just devil's advocate here, if Coop's getting blocked in the back right there, I'm wondering if the arm tackle move was like an attempt at a PBU. Right here, he's like trying to get an arm in there and just punch it out.
Could have been.
And maybe that's why he missed. But you're right. Read recognition, like Coop won this play. You just want him to finish here. But, 61 blocking in the back doesn't help, right? Yeah, it'd be nice to see a flag there.
Yeah, and then I love Evan Williams at the end. It's like, all right, buddy, I know you got the first down, but your ass is going to pay right here. Watch Evan. He going to put that shoulder right in the chest. Watch this, Emilio.
Just stand him up, Quay.
Bang! Dog life. Love it.
Hell of a hit. So, again, that's what set up their scoring drive, right? They hit on an explosive there. You hit an explosive, even if it's on a 3rd and 12, triples your chances of scoring on that drive. They were going to have a 2-yard touchdown run to make it 13-13. I'm pretty sure they missed. Yeah, they missed their extra point as well, right? So now it's 13-13. Let's fast forward now. 3rd quarter, middle 8. This is what tied up the middle 8 for you, right? Their scoring drive, that explosive set up their middle 8 6 points. This sets up our middle 8 6 points. 13:56 left in the 3rd, 13-13 score. 3rd and 1. Is that enough threes for you? At their own 43. This is Jordan Love to Christian Watson for 16 yards. Remember the play we showed y'all earlier where we had the cross corner? You remember that? So think about this. With the cross corner, the way that worked was we were faking a slot cross, right? This was the play earlier. And in this case, it would be Romeo coming out here and running it out, right? Now, notice the difference. They adjusted to this. They said if they give us that look again, what's going to happen is we're going to create contact underneath to slow down that cross corner. So they adjust. They bite on the cross corner on Romeo here. And now that leaves Christian Watson butt naked through the trailer park. So you're playing off of that previous, whatever it was, a drive and a half, 2 drives ago, whatever it was. So the play call here is 11 ace, bunch nasty, nub right, F shift 2, wing right, 22 fake switch, slot cross fake, X cross out. And then we're going Z climb. And the Z is obviously going to be Christian Watson. So let's get past the first part. You're going bunch nasty. They're going to bring the F over. Look who's playing F on this one, guys. Dontavion Wicks, right? So you're seeing these guys mixing and matching more in the different positions. So he's going to shift there. Now we're going to wing right. He's going to leak. I thought it was going to be a leak. I think he just gets caught up. It's kind of like Savion earlier leaked out. I think he gets caught up in the middle. But we're going to go switch, slot cross fake like we did earlier, okay? So they're going to switch at the line. You're going to have your climb route. And then this is going to drift in behind. And he's going to try to do this, but you'll see he gets caught up and it's just not there, okay? That's going to be your X cross out. I said out with a question mark because I think he got rerouted so bad underneath. He knew I've got to get outside because Jordan expects me outside. Even if it's not deep enough, I got to get in that vicinity. But watch how they play this one different here, guys. And again, it's going to be a 22 fake, so you're going to fake the run to the right here, right? He's going to drop back the pass. And watch Rome at the bottom. Think of how Matthew Golden got a free release earlier. This one, they route Rome out, right, all over him. It's just not there, you see? But look what is there this time because they bit on that side. Now you got Christian Watson out here open on the climb. That makes sense? This is what we mean, guys. When we say take your eye off the ball, this is exactly what we're talking about. Don't even follow the ball. Just look at Romeo at the bottom to see why this play worked. They clamped on that cross corner this time, and now Christian Watson's open.
And you get a good job by Rome working through the play too, right? Like he doesn't know he's not being targeted. He's just fighting through that route. And him doing that is key to this play right here.
Right. That motion right there for Tay Wicks sells and shows Jordan you got a safety over the top, probably cover one man either with a blitz or something, but you got everybody clustered up over there. Those 2 guys in the middle backers got the running back. Who's over on the other side? There's nothing there but green grass.
Cover one man, right?
Good job by Tay Wicks to put his hands on his guys right here. Look at left and right hand. Hey, I'm here. Hey, guys.
We're going to fake a block. It's a run play, and just 2-man route. That's it.
Yep. As soon as he sees the guy sitting underneath, too, like you said, he's gathering information here. All right, it's man coverage. The leak is not going to be there. I think the Y is going to leak out. You look, oh, yeah, nothing but space. Nothing but space.
And half of that, I mean, you could just be Clay, I go up to the line sometimes. I'm hitting Y, I'm pressing B, I'm going over here just so that the quarterback's sitting there looks like he's calling audibles and everything. The whole time it's just an inside zone. A little bit of eye candy.
And this is what I love. This is a screen grab I took earlier. Look at that guy trying to drag Scoot. He found out he's a grown-ass man. Look, he's ass over tea kettle over here. Look at this guy right here.
Yep.
My favorite part, all these guys are like, is he okay? And that's embarrassing as hell. Is he all right? Everybody like, oh, no. What's going on?
Look away, please.
I act like I didn't see that. That's the difference between me and Mandy. We're in public. Somebody busts their ass. I look away like I didn't see it. I get embarrassed for him. Mandy will run over to him and go, ah, are you okay? Get up. Let me help you up. He loves it. Loves watching people fall down. But his head is underneath the bench right now.
Uh-huh.
So, again, here's the look. Bring the Z over. Watch Wicks. This is what I'm talking about. Wicks gets caught up. He's supposed to leak out. I think this is supposed to be a 3-level play as well. A couple leaks underneath. But see how he kind of gets, I don't know what to do here. He's already looking at Jordan like, I can't help you.
Yeah.
So, but Christian luckily is wide open. Beautiful throw. Bang.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Jordan coming out of that and just putting a beautiful ball on Christian right there. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and again, the wind playing a role. I think he was trying to get a little further out, but you could see the ball turn sideways.
Yeah, you see that?
Getting in the wind.
Like, I feel like the more the game progressed, especially once Jordan came back out of the tunnel, right? And I think he was feeling the wind a little bit. He was starting to play that swirl a little.
Notice, take your eye off the ball and notice the jackets on the bench. Look at the blue jackets. Look how they're whipping. See that wind?
Yeah.
So,
and that was when Zach Tom was out. You had Kennard at right tackle, so maybe you are thinking, hey, let's do a max protect, run a 2-man route. Jordan, if it's not there, throw it away, get rid of it, live to fight another day, but maybe we can get a shot here.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, Later in the drive, third quarter, 11:40 left, 13-13 tie, second and goal at New York's 2-yard line. This is Love to Wiley for the touchdown pass. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love the play call. Matt in his presser said, no, it wasn't supposed to be a pick by Christian Watson. You can't go out there as a head coach and go, yep, we designed a pick right there, because it is within the rules, but it is frowned upon if you're trying to bend the rules to get a legal pick, right? But here is the play call. 12-8 nasty Trey 12-8 nasty Trey Wright, U-zip, 24 fake crosser, Z-pick, double leap. All right, so let's draw out the play real quick. The U-zip is exactly what it sounds like, going to be zipper motion coming back out in the flat. What Christian's going to do is give you a little it's going to be a crosser concept, first of all. So you're going to have crossers, right? And what Christian's going to do is nail the guy that's following the zip. So when this guy motions back across, he's going to set a pick, hit him within 1 yard on his way on the crossers concept, right? And then you got a double leap, which is really cool, because what's going to end up happening here is a chip, and then he's going to come across underneath. So give him an extra layer underneath. And then, of course, the U is going to leak out in the flat. The 24 fake, to me, it looked like 24 fake. They're going to fake a run to the B gap over here. Okay, so again, 12-8 nasty Trey Wright, U-zip, 24 fake crosser, Z-pick, double leap. So here comes the zipper motion. That's what zip is, guys. U-zipper motion. Rather than saying zipper, we're just going to say U-zip. He's going to come across. Now, pause it. Watch our boy Christian right here. This guy, he's directing traffic. Go, you guys got to get all that over there. I got him. I'm going to take the U out here, right? Wrong. Watch Christian erase him. Bang, little boy. Look at that.
I love how it's so subtle, but he just buries that left shoulder right into his chest. And dude is just look at this. Somebody look at this.
That's
Wow.
Clay. When Mandy says, get up off the couch, he goes, what?
Take the trash out. I've had too many daddy sodas, right? So somebody please screenshot that, tag me on Twitter at Packers_access. Jordan's already got this thing loaded up. He knows this is Tutter City.
His
right
eyes
here,
probably lit up when he saw Scoot bury that guy. Like, oh yes, just float this in. This is a walk-in.
And when Scoot seen that defender look away from him and communicate, his eyes probably lit up. Oh, I'm going to clean this guy's clock right now.
Matt was saying on his presser that it wasn't even supposed to be a chip, but the dude was just kind of on the line, got in the crossfire, and that's what happens when you run into 225.
Yeah,
That's right, man.
Scoot with that FBI, right? Knowing the situation and just making a play there.
Definitely. Watch it from this angle. This is beautiful, boys. This is absolutely gorgeous. Bring the zipper back. 8 says, I got it. No, you don't, little boy. Get off your ass. What are you doing on the ground?
Great job by Wiley to get like set there. You know, almost fake that he's staying there. You know, we've seen zipper motion where, you know, yo-yo, whatever you call it, where guys don't even get set or even fake like they're getting set. You almost know that they're in motion. But I think he sold that pretty well.
Got to sell it a little. Manual, another big pickup, blitz pickup for him.
Bang.
Oh, you don't need everything. You just got to slow him down.
All right.
I mean, that's scheme right there. Like, you guys want to talk about Matt LaFleur, you shut the hell up. I mean, look at the scheme on this play right here.
You can grab college players to run this play right here.
Yep.
I mean, he is wide.
I'm pretty sure Jacob could have made that pass. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, man, I love it. And it's really kind of a little baby fake, too. Jordan knows we don't even really have to sell this fake too hard because 23 is going to stay safe after the fake, right? It's just let me get in here and take him out. Great block.
Jump, fade away, jumper. Just get it over there.
Shout out to Jen Wright. She said Tucker would approve the spike there by Wiley.
Beautiful spike. Yeah. Then he danced like a white boy. Meaning like that. But love the spike for sure, man. So, all right, that makes it Green Bay 19-13 there. Okay, so now we got the lead. Now we're in control. Third quarter, 2:02 left. Green Bay's up 19-13. 4th and 3 play. They drove all the way down the field. They being the Giants, right? They get all the way down to Green Bay's 10. This is the Micah Parsons, Isaiah McDuffie sack. We got nickel 4-2-5, 33 spur, mock fire, cover 1. Okay, so it's going to be cover 1 man. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire the mock, which is Isaiah McDuffie. Okay, so he's going to fire on a blitz here, right? So you're bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the mock. Okay, so that's the mock fire, cover 1 man. Let's roll it. And look at Micah is just relentless. Watch him. He forces Jameis to step up, right? Now Jameis is trying to look left. No, oh crap. Now he looks back, damn, he's back.
Yeah.
And then, of course, McDuffie cleans it up. I think Carl Brooks was in there too. Now, I want to point something out. I don't like cover one man. I damn sure don't like cover one blitz. Okay. And I'm going to explain why. A good quarterback here, no disrespect to Jameis Winston, but watch up top. Bull gets bulled, no pun intended. Okay. He's trying to jam a tight end that outweighs him probably by 30 pounds, maybe even more. Right. So he gets ran through. A good quarterback knows right here his eyes are down the field as he steps up. Jameis squares up and starts moving around. What you want to do is slide around, step, and all this is going to be right here. A good quarterback is just toss that corner. Look how open he is up there.
Yep.
So, again, what's Jameis doing? He's turning back in the opposite direction now, right? Somebody like a Joe Burrow, a Lamar Jackson, one of these seasoned veteran quarterbacks, right? Matt Stafford, that's just going to be a little flick of the wrist. That's a touchdown, right? But luckily, we're playing a backup quarterback here, and he's rattled. And Micah Parsons relentless. Nice finish there by McDuffie as well. That makes sense, Emilio, how that corner was open there. You probably want to – that's why you're taught, don't tuck it and run in the pocket. Slide in the pocket. Look through your progressions, feel the pressure. I'm saying that sitting from my air-conditioned seat right now.
Right. Yep. Yep. From the eagle eye, 30 feet, 100 feet up in the air, being able to see everything up front. You got – I think it was honestly also good work by our line a little bit. You got to get your hands up. You saw it a lot in that Eagles-Lions game. Just block the vision, get your hands up, break a pass up, anything. You just need a split second. Bull knew it. He was in a pickle there. And Jameis, right, he's looking down that alley right this second with 4 or 5 defenders. Everyone's manned up, but it's that cover one little saw blitz maybe, and just you got to do something.
Yeah. And again, he cuts it back, looks back. Damn it, number one's back. Let me make him miss. I would love to be inside his head, Tim. Commentary of Jameis Winston during that play, man. I bet he was losing his mind. Like, what in the heck am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, because if you look at him on the snap, I mean, he's doing what a quarterback should do, right? Step up, step out, try and look for space. But I don't think he anticipated, 5 hats in his grill and Micah Parsons fighting through a hold yet again.
Yeah, just not much you can do there. So, again, 4th down stop. You love that, right? Now let's fast forward. 4th quarter, 14:56 left. Green Bay's up 19-13, 3rd and 5 from their own 20. This is Winston hitting Tracy again for 20 yards. If you'll remember, Tracy's receiving yards over-under was 17.5. We said hammer the over. He torched it, right? I kind of expected them to be checking down to Tracy all day with Jameis being the quarterback. So we did get that one right. As a matter of fact, we had under on the Dobbs. I think Dobbs went over. We had over on Watson. We got that one. We had over on Wicks. I don't know if we got that one. We got the over on Tracy, and we definitely got the over on Wilson because Josh Jacobs goes out of the game. So we hit on 4, maybe four out of 5. We might have got all 5. I think Dobbs was over 50 yards though. So anyway, next drive. Here we go. Nickel 4-2-5. We're going cheetah 55. So this is 55 cheetah, okay, which means this is your cheetah. Okay, and that is going to be our boy Kingsley Enagbare. I'm pretty sure that's him right there. We're going Will Sugar, so the Will backer is sugaring as well. So you got him next to the cheetah look, okay? So with this look right here, what we're going to do is we're going to run a Will Sugar, so the Will's going to bail out, and we're running cover 3 nickel fire. So notice we're showing blitz on this side, right? We're showing all kinds of pressure over here, right? Right, that looks like your pressure package. But when all honestly, what ends up happening is you fire the nickel, and these guys drop that. That makes sense. That's called a fire zone blitz. So that's going to be a nickel fire. Now, if you were telling me, hey, we're running a nickel fire, if you were to ask me what's the best thing you can do here, I would go weak side screen would be the perfect play call. Easier said than done. You got to know it's coming. That's exactly what they set up right here. Watch this play by the Giants. Everything's set up perfect, right? So you're setting up a slip screen on the weak side, Emilio. And look, you got a nice little hat count, cut it back in, get it on the sidewalk. Most people think screen passes are supposed to go outside. You want to cut them back in on what they call the sidewalk and then cut up the field, right?
I know this is a bad look for us defensively, but look at Micah, man, recovering on this play.
Oh, yeah, hustling, right? Hustling his ass
look
off.
at blocked and then just finishing this play. Never gives up on a play. I love it.
It looks like he misses the tackle there, but if you've seen it from the TV copy, they showed a replay. He was actually stripping at the ball.
Yep.
He's like, okay, it's already
Ball king, baby. Ball king.
I know I've got all kinds of help out here, right? Let me try to rip this ball out and see if we can get a forced fumble. So, All right. And again, nice finish there. Somebody, McDuffie took advantage of the vulnerability there at the end, didn't he, Emilio?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that slip screen's nice, right? Slip it
Mhm.
off the backside. You caught him in a nickel fire. Just a good play call at the right time for the offense. So
Yeah, and he came from the quarterback's left side, so you get everybody heavy left on the defense, slip them underneath, and you have, right, like you said, you got the blitz coming at your face, but you're throwing to the other side. So you're either throwing a slant into the blitz, or you're trying to get that screen away from the blitz, get you a good chunk there.
yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you, Chris. Chris said 85 watching on YouTube, only 35 likes. If y'all would take a quick second, I'm not going to repeat the rest of his comments. He got a little angry in there.
He said, damn, that's what he said.
Take a quick second and just hit that like button for us. It helps boost the channel into the algorithm. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So again, that screen pass, that's twice they hit us on a Tyrone Tracy screen, right? Both explosive plays. That set up the go-ahead score where Winston had a 1-yard quarterback sneak and he threw the Harlem Shake out there, by the way. I don't know if y'all seen that. That's pretty nasty shake.
You know that dance, Clay?
Listen.
Take them back to 2005 real quick. Let's go.
I've done the Harlem Shake a time or 12 back when I had a healthy hip. You know what I'm saying, Emilio?
Doing that Appalachian shake right there.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. So anyway, they go up 20-19 now. Game's on the line, boys. 5:56 left, fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and get Toyotathon started early, all right? This is New York leading 20-19, 3rd and 10 at Green Bay at their own 47-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Savion on one leg here, boys. Here's the play call. 11 gun, bunch nasty X, Z cheat, the Dubs left, switch spacing, Y leak, T safe. You guys have heard me brag on Matt LaFleur this whole time, right? He was in his bag all day. I absolutely hate this play call. I hate this play call with a passion, all right? I've just got to say it. I hate spacing. It drives me crazy. If you're wondering what spacing is, let's get us to the point of the snap here. Okay, so we're going for that Trey Wright look, okay, or bunch nasty X, you should say. So we're going to get it now to a Dubs left look. And with spacing, it's going to be switch spacing. So scoot, curl, okay? Switch, curl, all right? And then the Y is going to chip, leak in the flat. And then here is going to be curl. That's spacing. Everybody pick a spot. Just sit down in the zone and let Jordan try to hit the open guy. Emilio, you're grinning over there. Do you like spacing? I despise it, dude. I hate this concept.
It's one of those where you're hurrying up and it's the first audible on the thing. You're hitting it like, dude, I got to hot route all of these guys right now. I don't have time to do this. So you got everybody doing a curl. Maybe one dude runs a streak or like a backside slant, but it's it's a tough read. You got nothing else. Like my thing with it, you got no movement after once they kill the route. Once they kill the route and turn it down, then you're in a scramble drill immediately. It's not like you have a second or third window. And throwing it on like them running the vert of the curl, it's super hard to time that up and get it out to them and them knowing that it's coming before they even curl.
Yeah.
What is this? Third and 10? What are we at? Down
it's a 3rd and 10 play. And Tim, what I think his mindset here, Matt LaFleur's mindset, as J. Cole said, I hate that play on Matt.
I'm telling you, J. Cole, that's
Matt's probably 4 down territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we see this on Madden, Tim, this is what we all do. Like Emilio said, damn it, let me set my sandwich down. I got to hot route all these guys.
Everybody.
You're on a go route.
Yep.
All right. You give me a deep out here. All right.
Yep.
Give me the shallow drag.
Yeah, was going to do it in a
give
corner,
me the
maybe.
Big right
Ooh,
here.
Okay.
That's the way I would approach it. Okay. And then maybe coming back in the opposite direction. You're going Clayton. You only get a 5-man protection. Yeah, I get hit a lot. Get off my back. All right.
Yeah. I'm running a Texas with the back and maybe a backside corner with Tay Wicks there just to see if I get everything covered.
And that, and then that. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, come on now. Just in case you got the drag coming across to the other side in your backside dig or you're out there. But, I've seen a little breather.
All right. So people were going, if you hate the concept, we got 33 yards on it. We didn't get 33 yards because of the concept. We got 33 yards because your quarterback is this cat right here.
Yeah.
Watch this play.
Savion Williams is that dude.
Yeah. So what's Jordan? He goes, oh, crap. There's nothing here. I mean, nothing, right? Like, you don't want to risk it here, right? You don't want to try to hammer that in there. He jumps the route, pick, probably ball game, right? So watch Jordan start to dance. He turns into Patrick Swayze right here. Watch him. Dirty dancing. Up. Crap. Yep. Somebody please help. Do something.
Do something.
God.
Savion. Jordan
He
lets that ball fly as soon as Savion turns.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
He says Savion down there somewhere. So again, the protection pretty decent too, right? Watch our boy Chris Brooks here, by the way. Chris Brooks,
yes.
running back. Get
Bang.
your ass out of here, little man.
That's a well right there.
Get out of here. Drive, drive, drive. Get your hands back inside. And again, watch Jordan. Let's back it up. Now watch Jordan. He's going to drop back. Now that you know it's spacing, he's going, oh, crap. Got to box it. Got it. Somebody do that. No, please.
Yeah. Zach Tom right there. Run, Jordan. He
And look,
got
it's-
around on the man.
I just love Jordan. Feet moving, head moving, right? Like,
Yeah.
He's not frozen. You know, he's looking to make something happen and then trusting his receiver right here. In a rookie receiver, like you said, Clay, this is all over the TCU tape with
Yeah.
Savion.
And you can see he doesn't get up high, Tim, because that leg, but just late hands, right? Late hands, torque the body, make the grab, right?
Yep.
And that's Jordan trusting a rookie third-round pick, right? He was the third rounder. Is that right, guys?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
see 58 on the Giants? Did you see him? He incomplete as the ball is in the air. No, sir. Nothing there. Oh, you kidding me, bro?
Apparently he didn't get the memo. Jay Money
Dude, with the red
he
dreads?
throws
Come on,
dimes,
now.
baby. Look at that.
Somebody dial up Corey for me real
He
quick.
said the dude with the
10 yards.
Yeah, hit the dude with the red dreads. I'm telling you, Corey, it was crazy. And let me just mention this. That's the second play for Mr. Savion Williams. Do you know the other play he had on offense? That was Matthew Golden's like 25-yard cross corner. That was the other play he was in on. Shuffle in, fake block, get out. I mean, just a dog.
I just
bet
love how
Matt was-
Jordan puts that ball, like, you know, again, you see
Perfect.
the nameplate on the DB, right? Puts it right on his right shoulder where only his guy can get it.
Yeah.
He's under
Because there's
duress.
a chance. There's
Yeah.
a chance too that he don't get his head around Tim and his pass interference, right? At least give him a shot. It's one-on-one. You don't have to worry about a second defender out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
I mean, really, if you look at it, I mean, we're looking at this 1,000 times. I mean, that's a really safe throw from Jordan
it
right
is.
there, under pressure. I love it.
Yep. DB's back's turned to you. Just give your guy a shot, man.
Yep.
I guarantee you, Matt LaFleur went, "Thank you, Jordan," in the headset. My bad. I won't give you another space.
Yep. Yeah, I wish, honestly, we need to be able to deselect plays from a playbook. I don't even want to see the thing in an option. I don't even want my coaching suggestion to put that on the screen for me.
Yeah. Every time I go, ugh.
Yeah.
Every time. Get it out of here. So, all right. So there you go, boys. You're in business. 33 yards on a busted play on 3rd and 10. That is your players being better than theirs. Fourth quarter, 4:02 left. Giants still lead 20-19. 2nd and 7 at New York's 17-yard line. This is Love to Watson for the 17-yard touchdown pass. Boy, this is a thing.
Oh, boy. Let's go. Let's
11
go.
gun, Dubs right. Y-Flex 1 can. All right, let's start right there. Well, let's run through it once. 11 gun, Dubs right. Y-Flex 1 can. Drive, slot, fade, T, cut is the play. Okay, so he cans to this play. Jordan does. All right. So the Y-Flex 1 is simple. Your Y is flexed out as the number 1 receiver. Remember, you count them outside in, so that makes Christian the 2. All right. Now, watch Jordan. Looks it over. All right, guys, let's go can. We're changing it up. Everybody signals they got it. Okay. So now the play becomes drive. Okay. I think there was a little pick involved here, too, to be honest with you, with the cut. So the running back is going to run a cut route. Okay. That's what we call cut. Cut in and it's sneak out is typically the running back tree. Okay. Receiving tree. So I think what they was designed to do here with this drive concept, drive is going to be a shallow, right? And then a dig. So you're driving at 2 levels. Okay. So you're getting these guys intersecting. You could hit the running back out the backside if you need to. I think this was supposed to be a pick right here by Golden. Pick the guy who's in man coverage on the running back if it is man, right? And then on the bottom, the slot fade is a Haas concept. Haas is typically this, guys. It's go out of the 2 and a curl with the 1. Okay, so it's curl outside, go inside. But when you run a slot fade, it's Haas, same principle, but you're going to fade to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the play call is drive, right? T cut, slot fade. All right, that's the play call. That's what he checked to. Before you even look at the touchdown, see what I'm talking about with Matthew Golden. This looks like this is probably going to be, he's trying to pick the defender that's got the running back. Watch him right there, right? So the
Yeah.
running back's kind of coming open. But
You can see on the can when Jordan walks up to the line, he's IDing the mic right away. I almost wonder if he's pointing it out, for MG on this look.
Yeah, I know this. He could have gone to Romeo Dobbs, but again, what did we open up the show with the Jordan Love talk? He's a big game hunter, right?
Mhm.
Going for the kill shot here, boys. When the game is on the line, think player, not play. Pat Kerwin 101, take your eye off the ball. He gets this bad snap, handles it. By the way, he throws this with no laces. You can see it on the zoomed in replay. And it's
Look at where his
tight
head
end.
is too. Like what's his other read?
Yeah.
He's
It's
handling that snap. He's got to unload this ball.
It's a tight ass spiral for no laces, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
Troy
just-
Aikman style right there, baby. No laces.
I mean, you can't throw it any better. Look how fired up Fitzpatrick is, man. You kidding me? And again, what's Fitzpatrick? He's going to run that curl underneath to try to clear it out. They don't even bite on the curl. Jordan just says, F it, I'm going to Christian here, man.
Yeah.
Right? They don't even bite. Let's just throw it to Christian.
I'm pretty sure he saw the matchup and said, "There's my B," and I'm just gonna hit that fade. He didn't even need to stem the route. Let me just let Christian do his thing on that slot fade. I'll get it to him in the corner.
Yeah. Look at the goalposts.
Yep.
Look at the wind howling, boys. And he's just going to put a slot fade up there with the game on the freaking line
No laces.
Playing the win, baby. Left to right.
in his veins, man. Bad snap, no laces, perfect spiral, bang, touchdown.
You're right about Rome too. He probably could have hit Rome out of that break, and then we'd be looking at a 1st and goal. But J Money is going for the kill shot. I love it.
And if he had time, if it had been a clean snap, Tim, I think he would have looked at Rome, right?
I agree.
But since it's a bad snap, you know what? F it. I don't have time. Let's put it where only Christian can make a play. If it falls incomplete, it falls incomplete.
Because
Right.
think about it, the snap is what takes it. Look at it. I mean, that just took away a read. That took at least one read away.
Yeah, he had eyes down, right, Tim?
Yeah,
Eyes
yeah.
down,
I gotta feel
ball.
this snap. What am I supposed to do? And then to your point, Clay, think play or not play, right? I'm going to scoot right here.
It's such a good catch, man. That is such a good catch.
You see
Right
the
here,
diamond? You see the replay, man. Perfect diamond on scoot, going up and grabbing that ball. I love it.
Also, Emilio, do you think Sean Ryan's got to know that was a bad snap, and it wasn't the wind. We talked about it might have been the wind. It wasn't. The wind's blowing opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
That's a bad snap. I wonder if Sean Ryan's going, I hope he caught that damn thing.
Yeah, no, I think he had a little trouble with Dexter Lawrence here and there. I remember one play Sean Ryan got chucked to the.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Pancake.
he got launched over to the side one play. I think it was when Jordan got sacked, but he got chucked. I think he was just trying to make sure he got his hands on the dude, get done with his work, and that's where you run into issues here and there when you lose a little bit of focus on. All right, I still got to get this ball back to the QB before I get to my work.
I agree. I mean, we talked about it being Sean Ryan's first start.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
First start at center. You got a can. You got the wind and the elements.
You got to deal with Dexter Lawrence at one
Yeah,
time.
you got this dude breathing down your neck. I mean, I'm glad it didn't go over Jordan's head. We could have had a worse snap than that, honestly.
Yeah. Yep.
So the Giants go right down the field, 40 seconds left. Green Bay's leading 27-20, 3rd and 6 because they got the 2-point conversion, right? Did he hit Romeo for the 2-pointer? Am I thinking right, guys? Who did he hit for the 2-point
I think it
conversion?
was Rome.
I think it
I'm
was
pretty
Rome.
sure it was.
All right, 40 seconds left, 27-20, 3rd and 6 at Green Bay's 14-yard line. And Jameis Winston trying to get this thing in the end zone to tie it up with an extra point, which would have been a tough extra point. So this play call here, nickel 4-2-5, we're going 55 cheetah drop. So once again, 55 is the cheetah, and he's going to drop into coverage. All right. It's going to be a Will T. Okay. So the weak side backer is right here. He's going to blitz. He's going to go first. Remember, whenever we say Will T or ET or TE, the first indicator goes first. The other is looking to free up. So what's going to happen is the Will is going to fire and hit the center and go across his face so that Kobe Wooden can stunt off of that. That's a Will T fire there. Okay. It's going to be a fire zone blitz. It's cover 2. Emilio, this looks like it's half invert. I think the corner up top has cover 2 and Evan Williams has cover 2. But remember, Evan Williams said that it was quarter, half. Remember that? He said that in the post game. Now, why do I mention that? Watch McKinney. McKinney doesn't look like he's playing the quarter, right? it's almost just like he's like, okay, let me get in here aggressive and just match up on the 2 right out of the gate. Is that what's going on? You know? So McKinney has full freedom to do what he wants. If he goes vertical, maybe he thinks it's quarter, right?
What if it is quarter, half, and just it's Key is the invert, like you're saying, Key is the invert half, and McKinney is buzzing down anyway. Carrington could be that quarter, but just doesn't carry because his dude sits.
Well, if you'll remember, because you're saying what if this is quarter down here?
Yeah, right.
If I thought Evans said that he had the half side, I could be
Oh
wrong.
no, you're right. He did have it.
he
You're
say
right.
it?
He did
Okay.
say that. Yep.
I didn't know if
you're
I
right.
made that up in my own mind or
No,
not.
you're right. I did remember hearing him say that.
So what it is it's cover 6 match then. Okay. So this guy goes vert, it becomes man coverage. That's quarter. If the number 2 goes vert, this guy becomes man coverage. It goes quarter.
Mhm.
And then you got half, which he knows the 2. He said as soon as he seen them hammer in on the flat, he knows I'm going to be covering this half on the number 2, right? So he goes ahead and reads corner and gets to his spot. Probably a little bit of film study there that when they do that switch release, they know as they switch, he's going to try to hit him with a corner route.
Right, and it kind of looks like almost a 3 high look right now, and then you get McKinney coming down, filling.
And you also notice a little Tampa look too.
Yeah,
Right, that's a lot of depth there by the backer. So again, look at McKinney just reading Jameis like a book, bites on it, and it wasn't even a flat; it was a curl, right, that they hit underneath.
yeah.
Evan runs the damn route for him. Interception. What a play, man. What a play by Evan Williams. And again, after watching the tape, I don't know why Evan Williams graded out so bad. I'm thinking that they credited him with some of those missed assignments underneath when it was actually the backers, to be honest with you. But, So, again, Evan said it was quarter, half. It looks more like a cover 2 invert to me, half invert, but just a hell of a play, high point in the ball.
It's all his footwork, man. You see him; he doesn't bite. He doesn't bite on that route. And we talk about the receiver, quitting on the route or whatever. But if Evan bites inside there, I mean, that's a touchdown.
He's sugaring a little spur too, right? Like
Yep.
you see him sugaring a little bit, and now he's going to fade out after Jameis grabs his information. All right, bang. You see the 55 drop there? They love doing that with Enagbare. Jeff Hafley loves having him in coverage. And then Evan just going up, and what a catch, man. Just high pointing the heck out of it. Interception, ball game. All right, well, not ball game yet. This is going to be ball game right here. Final play. This is just the icing on the cake here, boys.
MP1, baby. Let's go. Thanks, Jerry.
Fourth quarter, 10 seconds left, 27-20, 1st and 10 on 35-yard line. This is kind of a last-ditch effort. You're out of timeouts. Parsons strip sack. This is going to be your ball game here. Emilio, they broke out the quarter coverage. You ever play quarter 3-1-7?
I actually run the 3-2-6 defense.
Oh, you cheesy little bastard. You cheesy guy, you. So 3-1-7, guys, if you guys are wondering, I'm not shouting out anybody's hood there, okay? We're going a three deep look, okay? They're off screen. You can't see them. So you got a 3 deep look. And we're going cover 3 Mabels. You're going Mabels. Why'd you put an S on that? Because both side is a Mabel cover 3. What's Mabel? Mabel is designed to cover 3 levels along the sideline. So you're going to see a double Mabel look here. And what are we doing, Emilio? We're making them throw to the middle of the field, right? Guess where Jameis don't want to go with the football? The middle of the field.
Yep.
So that's why he tries to buy time, let one of these receivers clear out and just chuck up a Hail Mary, try to give his guy a shot. Maybe you get a PI. But watch the double Mabel look here as we roll the tape. Notice everybody, 3 levels outside. See it?
Yep.
That's a double Mabel look. And again, you've got a deep safety off screen. You've got all 3 levels along the sideline covered.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're forcing him to try to attack here. He does not want to do that. So he steps up. This is a 2-man rush. You get a sack on a 2-man rush, by the way. We had a touch spy in the middle. And then look
And again,
at
Micah being held off
Yeah.
the snap. And
I mean,
fighting through it.
Yeah, that's it. They called it, Clay. That's the Hail Mary shot save clock play right there. That's where everybody, you got a 3-level look on the flood concept almost on one side. You get it out at 10, a corner at 20, and then, a deep corner at 35 or whatever. Nothing there.
Yeah. And again, look at the touch in the middle. It's not even a touch spy. It's just a spy by Carl Brooks. He's going,
Yeah.
Go ahead and step up.
No, he hit X and left on the right stick there. Little QB spy quick and only rush 2.
Yeah, and only Jameis has these type of contorted body pictures. I'm gonna see if I can pause it just right. I love this. Look at him right here looking for the ball. Where the hell did it go?
Yeah.
Right.
He
And then
couldn't believe Micah got there because he knew Micah was being held off the snap.
And Rashawn Gary comes in, scoops up the fumble, so he credit him a fumble recovery there for 52. So
I
again,
love it.
yeah, there you go. There's your ball game. Packers win 27-20, middle 8, 6-6, turnover differential 2-0, and I am now a divorced man.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and wrap this big bear up. Parting thoughts, gents. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. The chat was lit up. I've found a way to keep the chat pulled up so I can see what you guys are saying as we go along. AFAM, the resident troll, he did not disappoint tonight. So, anything else y'all want to hit on other than thank you, Tim? If you guys want to support what we do here at PackerNet or at Packers Total Access, go to patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. $3 get you access to everything over there. You can join our community. It's the best way to support what we do here. Y'all got anything, boys? Anything at all?
No, I'm good. You know, it wasn't the best game, but you got the W in the column that mattered, and you know, you learned something. Tape never lies. You got to pay attention to it. You got to figure out what's going on. You got to see what's happening. Glad we got a little bit of tape on the Giants. Got to move forward. You got divisionals coming up now. Two games in a short. And at this point, they're only 4 days apart. Those two.
It's gonna be horrible. Yeah,
No.
Thanksgiving.
3 divisionals in a row. You know,
Yeah.
3 divisional games in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be fun, man. We're gonna learn a lot about this team and the rest of the NFC North. You know, was that legit what the Packers did to Detroit in Week 1? Was that a fluke? Right. We're gonna find that out on Thanksgiving Day. The Bears, are they legit? Now, they played an easy schedule. Everybody's been very vocal about that, but they're finding a way to win ball games, even though they've got a negative point differential, right? Last I checked, the Packers are still in the lead to win the North, even though in terms of Vegas odds, even though Chicago is in the lead in the division. And then as many people talks about all the time too, that will be kind of cool. Another parallel from the 2010 season was the Bears actually won the division. Packers went on to win the Super Bowl. So it's just wild how things
We had to beat the Bears twice back to back.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. That's it, guys. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. We're going to get out of here. Hit like, hit subscribe, click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live in the future. If you're new here tonight, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us for the first time. All the regulars, you guys make this show what it is. Really appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live. We'll start to dive into the Vikings information, and we'll find out, is that injury recover or our window going to open up for Jaden Reed? I'm excited to get that info. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Maybe y'all say something smart.
Bye.
Here we go.
Bye, guys.